Now everything is leaning towards Jermall Charlo versus Triple G. And I'm going to talk about who I got winning that fight. And I'm going to talk about the good and bad for both fighters, because I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Triple G could fuck around and be Jermall Charlo's worst nightmare, yo. I just got to speak the real, y'all. But that don't mean I'm picking Triple G. I'm going to talk about all that a little later on in the video. But first I want to talk about why I think Jermall Charlo is next, because Triple G is finally talking about Jermall Charlo. Triple G feel like Jermall Charlo, like it's nothing Jermall Charlo could do to beat him. He don't have no type of power that he hasn't seen yet, which I don't know about that. I think Jermall Charlo is a big debate on who's the hardest puncher on Triple G that Triple G has faced, because he has faced several punchers. I mean, David Lemieux, Canelo Alvarez, alright? But the difference between Jermall Charlo and those other guys, I feel like Jermall Charlo is the better boxer. Yes, Canelo is a good boxer, but I would edge Jermall Charlo. Now, even that is debatable. Even though I'm edging Jermall Charlo, that is real debatable, because Canelo has showed his boxing skills against more better and elite fighters, in my opinion. Jermall Charlo haven't done that. And we're going to talk about more of that a little later on in the video. But I'm just letting you guys know right now that either Jermall Charlo, Danny Jacobs, Triple G, that triangle right there, those three have to face each other next. Whether it was Jermall Charlo versus Danny Jacobs, whether it's Triple G versus Danny Jacobs in a rematch. And the cool part about it is, y'all, I don't mind none of those fights. Like, they all are very good fights in my opinion. But of course, if your boy Love and Hate one had to pick somebody, you know, I would definitely roll with. I already told you guys who I'm rolling with. I got in the Danny Jacobs versus Jermall Charlo. I still got Danny Jacobs. I feel like Danny Jacobs will surprise Jermall Charlo in that fight. But hold up, you guys. Yeah, let's just get into the meat and the potatoes of this video. And I really want to talk about some of the pros and cons for both of these fighters, man. Okay, now let me answer this question. Who do I got winning this fight? You guys know, I'm going to keep it real with you. I got it even, you guys. Right now, I got it even. Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. We all know that by the time the fight is sealed, signed, and delivered, I'm going to have a thorough breakdown, nightmare videos, and I'm going to give you guys an official prediction. Okay? I'm not going to give you guys an official prediction until the fight is official, because things could change. I just really feel this fight is going to happen next, because why not? I mean, Triple G versus Jermall Charlo. I mean, that's Triple G's mandatory. Jermall Charlo is undefeated. Jermall Charlo, I think he deserves the Triple G fight. And Triple G is finally speaking up and talking about it. Alright? At first, he wasn't even paying Jermall Charlo no mind. Now he's speaking and he's talking about Jermall Charlo. Alright. But let me talk about, let's get to Jermall Charlo first. The good and bad for Jermall Charlo. Number one is Jermall Charlo. I haven't seen Jermall Charlo go deep in fights. Yes, I have seen him go 10 rounds, but I haven't seen how he's going to look deep in a fight against Triple G. Now, I know Derrick James got them boys working real hard, but I haven't seen how Triple G, well, not Triple G, I haven't seen Jermall Charlo go deep in fights. We used to Jermall Charlo in the fights pretty early. I mean, 7 rounds and down, usually Jermall Charlo and Jermall Charlo for that instant. I mean, I see Jermall go longer in fights more, but Jermall Charlo, we all know he's the bigger puncher out of the two. But Triple G, we seen him go late in fights. We seen Triple G. We know Triple G got 12 rounds in him. Alright? Jermall Charlo ain't never faced nobody with the pressure of Triple G. Somebody that can box. He ain't never fought nobody with the constant pressure of Triple G. Never. And if he did face anybody that put some type of pressure on him, they do not hit as hard as Triple G. And that's a fact. Alright? Another thing for Jermall Charlo is the person that they feel they can make more money off of is Triple G. I mean, a Triple G versus Canelo rematch could still make a whole lot of money, y'all. And I don't see why nobody want to see that. I still want to see that fight because I want to see how Canelo is going to react to that fight without no steroids or allegedly steroids, whatever. Okay? But back to the cons for Jermall Charlo. Another thing is Jermall Charlo, like I was saying, the politics and bullshit favors Triple G. They could still make a rematch with Triple G and Canelo, and that fight would do more numbers if Triple G is undefeated. So I could see Jermall Charlo, if he wants to win this fight on decision, he will have to win at least 8 clear rounds. Because I feel like a close fight, it will nod towards Triple G to keep him undefeated. And Jermall Charlo really don't lose. Why? Because you could easily say Jermall Charlo got robbed. Same shit with Danny Jacobs. Alright? Even though I thought that fight was close. You know, I thought the draw was fair. But we're talking about Jermall Charlo right now. Any more cons for Jermall Charlo? I just really feel like he just ain't never faced nobody like a Triple G style. I just feel that's the worst for Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo is going to be running into jabs. And what happens if Jermall Charlo cannot hurt Triple G? Like if Triple G just running through his punches like it's breakfast. And I won't be surprised why the Triple G got an excellent chin. In fact, that's one of Triple G's strongest attributes. That being said, any more bad for Jermall Charlo? That's about it, man. But let's get into the bad of Triple G. Triple G, on the other hand, this guy, by the time they do fight, Triple G ain't no spring chicken, so age could probably catch up with Triple G. Another reason why I have it pretty even when it comes down to Jermall Charlo versus Triple G is because Triple G is on the slide. You know, Triple G is on the downside of his career. You know, not saying he don't have no more fights left in him. Of course he do. I think he got about 4 or 5 of them. But I'm just saying he is on the slide of his career. And that could be a downplay when it comes down to him versus Jermall Charlo. Now, Triple G, on the other hand, you know, age could definitely be a factor. Like I just said, not only age, that's the one reason I do have the fight actually closest, because Triple G's age. I will probably be favoring Triple G, like, hands down, if this fight would have happened, like, I would say, like, about, let me see, like, maybe like a good, like if it happened like a good 5 years ago, yeah, I will be favoring Triple G. But that will be another reason I'll be favoring Triple G, is because of the inexperience for Triple G. Another bad thing for Jermall Charlo I forgot to mention. A lot of dudes that Charlo beat, I mean, not a discredit to Jermall Charlo, because of course some of these dudes that want to face Jermall Charlo it's hard for Jermall Charlo to really get fights, but a lot of guys he beat is not really like elite, yo. Who you want to say? Julian Williams? Okay, I'll give him credit for Julian Williams, but who has Julian Williams really beat? Alright? Triple G has showed his skill versus elite fighters. Alright? So, Jermall Charlo is going to really have to show up against Triple G. Well, I want to talk about the good in a minute. Another bad for Triple G is, Triple G, he do got some problems with boxers. And Jermall Charlo is not only a boxer, he's a boxer puncher. So that's the bad thing I feel for Triple G. That could be a nightmare for Triple G, because Jermall Charlo do got some sick ass power and the speed. And Jermall Charlo's real patient. But Jermall Charlo is going to have to use his feet in this fight, because I don't think he wants to stay in the pocket with Triple G. So he's going to be using his feet in that fight, y'all. So that's why I'm questioning Jermall Charlo's stamina. I mean, I'm not saying he has bad stamina. I'm just saying Triple G's going to go to the body, and he's going to be there all night. And you're going to have to work to beat Triple G and use your feet. So I really question, can Jermall Charlo just outbox Triple G for 12 rounds? Because I definitely see Jermall Charlo winning the earlier rounds, because we know sometimes Triple G takes a while to start anyway. But I got this an even fight, but they both got pros and cons for each other. If, who knows, maybe Jermall Charlo can keep Triple G on the back foot. And we all know Triple G can't really fight going back, so that could be another con with Triple G. I would love to see how this fight right here match up, y'all. But let's talk about the good for Jermall Charlo. Oh my God, I already said it. The better boxer. The height, I think Jermall Charlo's a little taller. The foot speed of Jermall Charlo. The only problem is, can he keep that foot speed up for 12 rounds? The fact that he can hurt Canelo. Like, Canelo had problems with Willie Monroe. He had problems with Canelo, of course. Some people thought Canelo beat him. I mean, I thought that Gabriel Rosado did pretty good in some rounds against Triple G. So Triple G had problems with people that can box. But he ain't never faced nobody that can box and punch like Jermall Charlo, y'all. Alright? So Jermall Charlo, he could probably fuck around and keep Triple G real honest, to the point he won't be on that front foot all night. Alright? Jermall Charlo, it's nothing Jermall Charlo really does bad. That's a code thing. But I feel like we get a lot of answers in this fight. How can he deal with that pressure? And how good is Jermall Charlo's chin? We really don't know that as well. I mean, I know Julian Williams could punch, but he ain't the hardest puncher. So that means the hardest puncher by far that is going to face Jermall Charlo is Triple G. So we're going to finally see Jermall Charlo probably get hurt, or maybe have to finally respond to adversity. Let's get into the good for Triple G. The pressure, the jab, the ability to cut off the ring and force Jermall Charlo to fight. Because I noticed, one thing I noticed about Jermall Charlo, he fights when he wants to fight, which can be a good thing, but could be a bad thing. What happens if somebody forces you to fight? And Triple G brings that to the table. Now Jermall Charlo, he ain't never been there with nobody that could put the pressure and cut off the ring like Triple G, man. Alright? Good jab with Triple G. And the biggest attribute to me is Triple G's chin. Like, I really do not feel like Jermall Charlo is going to come in here and just knock out Triple G like he does his other opponents. I do not see that, y'all. So I feel like Jermall Charlo going to have to bank in some rounds. Another good thing for Triple G, man, Triple G is the champion. You got to clearly beat the champion. We all know that as well. Not only that, politics and bullshit is on Triple G's side, y'all. So that's my cons and basically pros and cons for both fighters, man. Alright. Let me get up out of here, y'all. I'm out.